To have a powerful downswing, you need strength and stability in the lower body. So the next 5 poses are going to help Robin feel really solid, centered, and connected, because power for the downswing begins in the feet. It transfers from the feet up. So Robin, let's just get started. First on your list is mountain pose. Alright? So stand at the top of your mat. I want you to have your feet just a few inches apart and about as if you're lining up the heels to the sit bones. And have the feet parallel, middle toes parallel, okay? Now bring your attention to your core area. And what I want you to do is NTR. Think of it that way. Draw the navel toward the spine, tuck in the tailbone, and lift up the rib cage. Okay? You can let your shoulders be relaxed and let your jaw be relaxed. But when you do this NTR and tuck in, do it all, it just automatically seems to bring your body into alignment. If you'll just stand the way you normally stand, and then NTR, tuck it in, you can feel the muscles in your inner thighs engaged, your lower gluteal region, and also your pelvic floor, as well as your abdomen seem to just kind of lift. Okay, and you get this natural sensation of lifting. So what I want you to do is just stand there, let the shoulders be relaxed, and hug these gently, gently together. Okay, and chin parallel to the floor, and parallel, tuck it in, right down a little bit. Yeah, great. So I want you to focus on your breathing as you're standing here in mountain pose. I would have him take 10 long, slow, deep breaths just to get familiar with how it feels here. And I would ask you to scan your body mentally, noticing how it feels standing in this pose. Noticing the energy in your feet, then come up the front of your body, noticing how your muscles are engaged in your legs and through your abdomen and on up, and then going down your back again. So for 10 deep breaths, focusing on your breathing and the sensation of your body anchored to the earth. And I would ask you to bring your arms up like we did for the arm glides earlier, like a cactus plant. And as you're inhaling, just reach the arms up and bring the arms down as you exhale. And back up. And as you're doing this, hug these shoulder blades together. Okay, so this way, you could stand for 4 deep breaths, just in mountain pose, and then take a few more deep breaths doing the arm slide, so that it would give him an opportunity to work on this C posture issue, as well as focusing on maintaining this mountain pose, or this proper pose and alignment, which is so important while he's moving the body. Great. Okay, so next on your list is chair pose. Alrighty? And you've done chair pose again. You've done it before. It also begins in mountain pose. So what I would like for you to do is inhale your arms up and turn your palms facing each other. Great. Now as you exhale, let's sink into chair. And let's come back up. Let's bring your feet just a little bit closer together. Let's have the arms down. And check your feet. NTR, and let's inhale the arms up. Let your jaw be relaxed. And let's sink into chair and bring the arms down like our cactus that we did for our arm glides. And I would have him hold this for only 4 deep breaths, because we're going to do chair again, twisting. So let's come back up. Now this time we're going to add a twist. So we're going to bring the hands down in prayer position, and we're going to twist, placing the elbow on the opposite knee. Okay, great. And if you'd like, you can make a fist with that right hand and place the left hand on it if you want to. Just keep it the way you got it. And go ahead and take an inhalation and untwist and come back up. Great. And now to the other side. And I would have him hold that for 4 deep breaths on each side. So you can come on back up now, because that was about the same that you did. Inhale, it comes up, and exhale down. Okay, great. So we did mountain pose, we did chair, and then we did twisted chair, going in each direction. So next on your list of the standing poses is Warrior 2, and we're going to incorporate the extended side angle in with that. So now I want you to stand in the middle of your mat and face the camera. So stand in the middle of the mat and step the feet wide apart. Turn your toes toward the beehive, okay? And then that back foot, angle it in at about a 45-degree angle or 40-degree angle. Okay, great. Now let's bring the arms up. And what I want you to do is bend that forward knee and straighten it up and bend it. Now pay attention when you're bending that knee how it tracks. Because what you want to do is down its foot. Is imagine there's a pane of glass on each side of your foot, and you want the knee to track right through there. So you want the kneecap to be pointing at that toe. And if it's not, try to use your adductors to press it away. If you've got tight adductors, it's going to want to draw it in. So on your next exhalation, come into the pose and just hold it a little bit. Okay. Remember NTR. You even want to try to do NTR here. Okay. Now let's bend your left elbow. So we're going to come into extended side angle. Bend that left elbow. Excuse me. Take this arm out in front of you like you're reaching toward me. And now draw that arm back into the socket. Draw it back. Leave it parallel to the ground. And just draw the shoulder back in. Keep the arm straight. And just kind of draw it back in. And straight. Okay. And it's like you want to have your shoulders stacked, okay? Alright. Alright. Now let's rotate the palm, and now reach it overhead like this. And you can gaze down or you can gaze up, whichever works best for you. And I would have him hold this for only about 5 deep breaths, okay? So now let's go ahead, and you're in this position. So now I want you to bring the arm back out again and place the hand on the head, and let's get that elbow up. Okay? And what I want you to do is, as you exhale, rotate from your core and bring the arm parallel to the floor. Then when you inhale, come back up, and exhale, come back down. Okay? So what you're doing here is you're initiating movement from the core. And so for somebody who's coming over the top, it's really important to learn how to initiate movement from the core. I'd have him do this 5 times. So you can go ahead and stop and come up. All right, and now you need to do it on the other side. So just face this way, sweetie. And let your upper body point in that direction. Okay, so you need to track the knee first, remember? We're going to be in warrior and tracking the knee. And try to keep the upper body right over the hips. Okay. Gazing out over the yeah, okay. And you can go ahead and come into extended side angle. So bend your right elbow and place it close to the knee. Now bring your arm out toward me, like you're reaching toward me, parallel to the floor, and draw it back in. Draw it in. Now rotate the palm and carry it overhead, gazing down at the floor. And I would have him hold that for 5 deep breaths. All right, and now let's bend the elbow and place your hand on your head and bring the elbow up. And again, repeat what we did a while ago with exhaling and bringing it, and just bring it parallel to the floor and then back up. All right. Now, Catherine, in your example, I would have him do 5, but you don't have to just do however many you did before. In your example, you had the arm extended, but for older people, sometimes that's stressful on the back, and Robin has had some back issues, nothing major luckily, so I wanted him to just put the hand on his head to help reduce the strain to the back, okay? Yeah, and so that concludes our standing portion of class. think?